The palette of the King Narmer. The palette of the King Narmer, or Narmer Palette, or the stele of the King Narmer, is one of the most important pieces in the Egyptian museum, no doubt. And here in front of us, we can witness the King Narmer himself, the King Mina. Normally, each king in Egypt has had two names, the birth name and the coronation name. The birth name is his birth name, is his personal name, and the coronation name is the name that he receives once he receives the throne of Egypt. In front of us here we have the King Narmer, and upon the head here we have the crown of Upper Egypt. In front of the feet of the king we have here the god Horus, the falcon, the god Horus. And here we have 6 papyrus plants, which are representing here in a symbolic way for sure 6,000 enemies against which the king fought. In fact, the king has led this war for the sake of the unification of both lands, Upper and Lower Egypt. And in fact, here we can witness 6 flowers symbolizing these 6,000 enemies of the king. And we know that each one of them is pronounced Kha in ancient Egyptian language. The word Kha in ancient Egyptian language means 1,000. And by the way, the word Sen in ancient, in Japanese is also representing 1,000, and it's written in kanji in a similar way. Just in front of us here, we can witness here one of the enemies of the king. Here, one of the enemies of the king. The hair of this enemy is in the hand of the king, which means in symbolic way that the king has won. Then both of lands of Egypt, Upper and Lower Egypt, are now unified. They became one land. We know really that this king has made this unification. And behind the king we can witness here one of his servants, and he has sandals in his hand, and he has holy water in hand as well. In the down register here we can witness the enemies fleeing from the citadel, a small citadel, just very small here to the left hand side, and they are running away, they are fleeing. This means that they've lost the war, and the citadel now is very far away. That's why it looks to be very small. The king has won, and we know that this way the King Narmer has unified both lands of Egypt, Upper and Lower Egypt. The name of the king is written here in what's called Serech, the facade of the royal palace. And here we have the goddess Hathor, the goddess of love, beauty, motherhood, and music. The goddess Hathor is one of the most important gods, as well as the god Horus here in this stele.